What's the funniest student interaction that you've had?
Funny ha-ha or funny weird?
In 10 words or less, what is law?
In 10 words or less, law is the rules that the majority of society decides are most important.
What's an unpopular opinion you have?
Whew. Everything I have is an unpopular opinion. But that's the beauty of what I get to do. When I engage my students, I make them think about the unpopular opinion or perspective as well as their own. And of course, they always think that their own position is the popular one, but I want them to think critically. So I make them think about the unpopular decision. And when they're writing a paper for me, I better see the unpopular perspective on the paper to show me that you've thought about the unpopular perspective. And whether you agree with it or not, you need to engage it. And so I may say something that's contrary to everything you believe just to see if you've done the research and you've done the reading and you can defend what you want to say. I think I say at least once every year, I know I've done my job when we have a discussion, an engagement, a topic, a case in class that we talk about, and I walk out of the class and they're still in the hallway after class arguing about the issue. That's when I know I've done my job, because they're now thinking about this thing well beyond the confines of my classroom, and that brings me the most joy about being a professor, is that they are engaging deeply on a topic and they're going to come to their own conclusions, but it's going to be through their own dialogue, debate, and discussion.
What's one misconception that people hold about lawyers?
That they're all rich.
Could you tell us a fun fact or something that we don't know?
An interesting fact about law, or maybe a fun fact about law, would be that while most students learn about the U.S. Constitution, one of the things that we have to constantly remind our students, because they have the power in this, is that states can give each citizen more rights than the U.S. Constitution. So when people talk about what rights they have, they need to think about whether they want their state to give them even more rights than the U.S. Constitution.
Why does the world need more lawyers?
It's not a matter of just having more lawyers. It's a matter of making the law community broader than it has been historically. Lawyers have been around for hundreds of years. And if we create the same type that have been around for the same hundreds of years, we'll get the same kind of outcomes. But if we want continual development and growth and building, then we need lawyers who have a breadth of thought that have not always been included in the legal community. So the world needs more lawyers because it needs a wider breadth, a wider diversity of thought.
What's your favorite memory as a professor on campus?
You know, for me, it kind of is every year, and watching the students kind of bring an end to a journey here in law school, because, you know, they're here for 3 years. We see them. It's not like on main campus where a student comes in and they go and take courses in 5 different buildings, right? They're in this building, and so you really watch them mature over the entire 3 years, and watching them leave a different person than when they came in is always my favorite part.
Is cereal soup?
Is cereal soup? Is cereal with an S or cereal with a C soup? Is cereal with a C soup? No, not even a little bit. Soup must be hot, like gazpacho or whatever that stuff is that people eat cold, not a soup.